Detroit Lions.
Will Riker, the kickoff for the Vikings.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Bass. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. The ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard
line. And you think
line.
back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Second and 10. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get about 3 up past the 25. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Let's go now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Bass setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So first and 10 now from the 30. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Here's second and 7.
Back to throw. Bass. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Here we go. Viking 18. Check smash. Go.
Looking to throw. Bass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Lions 7, Vikings nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Gutierrez. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good. There, and it's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. Open man, that's Felton. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Looking to throw McCarthy. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Well, it was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play Week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or Week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Bass. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Let's go now. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. I got him, man. I got him. He's mine. He's mine. He's mine. It's me.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
An 8-yard loss.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 18, Tiger.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Here we go, set.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. Touchdown, Detroit! A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to move back in front. Wolf on now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Lions 14, Vikings 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to lift the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
On play action, McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Gutierrez. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Throwing is McCarthy. To the sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
To the air with McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Scorton in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Will Reichard on for the Vikings field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, Bass. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 45 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
Lions 21, Vikings 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 and a first down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On play action, now McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Here's 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. Bass. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Here we go.
2nd and 11. Quick throw here, that's complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
9 brings up 3rd and 2.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun, Bass. This is caught inside the 15. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready? Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go get him, go get him.
They'll run with Gibbs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Bass. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Vikings 13.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that one's going to be on target and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. That is caught. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A third down gain of 19.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Throwing to start the drive. Bass. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Bass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Wolf on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Lions 35, Vikings 20.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively. CD down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. McCarthy operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. On the comeback route, he's got Jefferson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. Cowboys!
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
throw. Bass. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. He'll try to do it himself. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bass. That went into the hands of Flowers. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Let go.
Here's the option. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down. Harvey. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down. And it's in the area of holding. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. to the 33. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7.
60 Eagles. Come on. Set. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
8-yard loss on the play.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's able to break out a one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now. But that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw McCarthy. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
It's a gain.
A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
First down.
On play action, McCarthy. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll be a second and long.
Brings up second down.
To throw. Silverman. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Scorton able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. Needs something from deep. Operating from the gun. Silverman. Open man, that's Felton. Well, a heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Ready up.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Vance. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Check out.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
A loss of 2.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Then it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Come on. Set. Cowboy in.
Throwing to start the drive. Silverman. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Silverman looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7.
Vikings 28.
And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Well, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Back to throw. Bass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now, try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they snap him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Let's go. Pack the 60. Pack the 60.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Shut up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Detroit, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm